What's good? This your man, Silver King, telling you what to do. Yo, yeah. What's good? What's good? It's your man, Silver King, tell you what to do. And we about to get off into the Cointel profiles. But before then, you know, we got to let you know about Cointelpro. Let's hear my song first. Let's get it. About Cointelpro. About Cointelpro. Look, I was born a legend. Came out with a sword. That's the holy weapon. Like the Bible, the words on the rifles, the grades on the stars on the cycles. Calling all disciples, how to take out all the Bible, leaving up nothing so long with their titles. I've been going tribal, how to go back to my roots. Assassin's Creed, jumping off the roof. Look, gotta keep it real, bro. And the final state like a gorilla, yo. Take promise with human beings, the no remorse. First road, the enemy, that's the art of war. Psychological warfare is on the rise. Pathological lies, you hear it all the time. From the president, the world is a street, and your residents, family and friends, and even reverence. Fuck the bullshit. All I know the snakes in the pulpit. All I know the feds on some bullshit. Change the fucking channel. The world is a stage and a scam. I'm about to turn it all into shambles. Damn, they constructed. Ran hip hop to the summit. All fake rappers got a plummet. Hurricane crews, jet slam plugged in. Tell the fucking government suck it. Do you know about Cointelpro? I'm the last of the government, nigga. Do you know about Cointelpro? I'm the last of the government, nigga. Already. Look, don't get me started on this pandemic. Dark streets and lab rats be ass kissing. Mass spitting, I'm mad. Listen, you lab chickens. Come and get this ass kicking. I'm mad vicious. Mad wicked like warlocks and mad witches. Y'all feel the magic when I blast lyrics. Y'all think I don't know about Cointelpro. So go and tell the fans I'm on their tail. Oh, Black Messiah, first from the flame of the Phoenix. Chop your head off and kick it the beats. Fuck you low vibration, no energy demon on streets. We can do the spirit world, it could be leaving my heaven on earth. That's the number one plan. But the first thing I gotta do is take out the man. But this long man says there be war in the land. Fuck a prison player, bitch. I don't understand what I do. Understand that this land is mine. Gotta take back this bitch one house at a time. Like Code 45, it works every time. Revolution on my mind, see the flame in my eyes. All that double bad voice better run for your life. I'm the hunter, y'all need honey tonight. Like Metal Gear Solid, man, I'm quick with the knife. Slip with the knife, both the days get in the fight. Woo! Do you know about Cointelpro? It's time to blast at the government, nigga. Do you know about Cointelpro? It's time to blast at the government, nigga. Do you know about Cointelpro? They're trying to stop the black Messiah. Do you know about Cointelpro? They stop this black fire. Do you know about Cointelpro? Blast of the government, nigga. Do you know about Cointelpro? Y'all better look it up quicker. What's good, everybody in the building? Shouts out. What up, down? What up, down? Shouts out to Sally. Shout out to Tanya. Yeah, we about to get off into the Cointel profiles. And I don't know how many videos I'm gonna be doing of this, but like I'm gonna try to read enough to probably come back and do another video later, or probably the next day. But yeah, these are the files that I'm gonna be reading. This is the shit that I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. These motherfuckers are afraid of us. So we about to get off into the Cointelpro file. Shouts out to everybody coming through. I was supposed to be working on some music, man, but it's just like something in me saying, yo, you gotta get this out. And shouts out to my co-host, Ocean Dweller, aka Dagger. Subscribe to her channel, Ocean Imago. Like go subscribe there. She sent me these files. And I would just kind of pick a right time to do it. So I was like, "Hey, should I do it all or should I just break it up in segments?" So I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna break it up into segments." You know. But however the wind blows and the wind flows is gonna be how the game goes. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to everybody coming through, and we about to get off into the motherfucking Cointelpro files. Oh yeah, it's going down. All right, I'm just trying to get this shit set up on my other phone because gotta gotta adjust some shit. All right, we got here we go. Director of the FBI. Personal attention to all officers. Real shit. This is August 25th, 1967. We about to go over to these files. Counterintelligence program, black nationalists, hate groups, eternal security. All right. It say officers receiving copies of this letter are instructed to immediately establish a control file, captioned as above, and to assign responsibility for the following and coordinating this new counterintelligence program to an experienced and imaginative special agent, well versed in investigations relating to black nationalist hate type organizations. The field officer's control file used under this program may be maintained in a pending inactive status until such time as a specific operation or technique is placed under consideration for implementation. The purpose of this new counterintelligence endeavor is to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize the activities of black nationalist hate type membership. I mean, hate type or organizations and groupings. So let's say that again. The purposes of this new counterintelligence endeavor is to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize the activities of the black nationalist hate type organizations and groupings, their leadership, spokesmen, membership, and supporters, and to counter their propensity for continuous wait, let me read this again because this is motherfucker, it's an old ass paper, piece of paperwork. I gotta zoom the fuck in. Yeah, and to counter their propensity for violence and civil disorder. The activities of all such groups of intelligence interest to this bill must be followed on a continuous basis so we will be in the position to promptly take advantage of all the opportunities for counterintelligence to inspire action in instances where circumstances warrant. The pernicious background of such groups, their duplicity and devious maneuvers must be exposed to public scrutiny. Through such publicity will have a neutralizing effect efforts of the various groups. So with all that being said on this page, we're here to expose, disrupt. Let's talk about disrupt. Let's talk about disrupt first. We all have thanks. We all have these conscious groups. We got what they call like we all over the web. And there's disruption in most of our groups in the conscious community. A lot of arguments, a lot of fuss, a lot of fighting. And I'm about to let you know it's because of this shit. Like how motherfuckers come out and nowhere and call motherfuckers agents and shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you? Nigga, you came out of nowhere. You the new nigga. You the agent. How dare you come over here to a big platform? We talking to children, you come out of nowhere, disrupt the shit and calling us agents. No, nigga, you the agent. You know what I'm saying? So this is real. Disrupting shit. Misdirect. Let's talk about the misdirect part. They come into your group and change the thinking of everybody in it. Like y'all was all on one cool page, and now this motherfucker misdirected your mentality to something else to get you all locked up by the FBI. This is why I think people should be screened thoroughly. Not only you're going to be screened, but I'm giving out psychological evaluations. That's how serious it is now, man. Because like when the revolution starts, you want your brother or sister that's by your side to blast with you. You don't want no motherfucker that's by your side is going to run in the other direction. Or when it's time to ride, the motherfucker's supposed to be by your side is nowhere to be found because he's on the other side of the enemy line. You know, working with the enemy on some motherfucking, you know, on some the death of Frank Hampton type shit. They're trying to stop shit like this. They're trying to stop me. They don't want my message getting out there. So now we got that motherfucking disrupt and misdirect out the way. Oh yeah, like I got to say expose. Oh yeah, they want to expose us as trying to be a hate group, but no, nigga. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I'm just be real. You bitches took my fucking land. I'm just taking it back. Say it's hate, call it whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm taking back what's mine. One house at a time. So that's their part. Like let's expose them, put them under the most horriblest light possible. Oh, you a hate group, you a black supremacist. Like, bitch, you took my land. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, honestly. Yeah, they're here to expose, disrupt, misdirect. They go next, discredit. Like I was just saying, like they will discredit our shit. Like, just put us under a bad light. Rather we revolutionary community or a conscious community. We're exposing the evil that's going on. But they'll call us, oh, no, y'all black hate group, y'all racist, y'all anti-Semitic and all this shit. Oh, y'all homophobic and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bitch, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But like these type of people is infiltrating our community. That's why a whole bunch of motherfuckers is getting exposed, like Young Pharaoh and Brother Polite and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that they was so-called exposing. This is part of that program. Nobody's not paying attention to that. This is part of this fucking program. You know how many followers Young Pharaoh had before the shit hit the fan? You know how many followers that Brother Polite had before shit hit the fan? You know? I see Sinetta doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck about what was said about him. He's still gonna put out his truth and like fight his battles. Shit. What they say about Sinetta? They just said he was a crackhead. That's all I heard about. I was like, shit. Everybody has a vice, but is it interfering with your livelihood? Are you broken homeless? Are you losing your family members to this shit? It's like, is it actually ruining your life? Otherwise, it's just some recreational shit. Like a nigga smoking weed or sniffing coke or like popping the pill. If you can be able to maintain your job and maintain shit outside of work, shit, I don't see nothing wrong with the crackhead. I heard a lot of crackheads speak a lot of wisdom on the streets. But like they don't want to listen to them because they on the street. They're like, what the fuck this motherfucker got to say? But nah, you better listen to that nigga because some wisdom can help you later on. He may be fucked up, but like he have to deal with his bed and sleeping, but but like most motherfucking bums got the best fucking wisdom. Like real shit. It be like in those movies and shit, like a motherfucker like going through some shit. You walk past a homeless guy and the motherfucker, like give him some good wisdom and he go off, he give the motherfucking homeless guy like a shitload of money. make him happy, and the motherfucker be, like he be running up the street like, yes, I just got some good ass wisdom from this homeless guy. You know, those white romantic comedy movies. But yeah, they would discredit us, and they would be like, like they would fuck us up with that shit because the media is a bitch. And say, well, otherwise neutralize the activities of the black nationalist hate type organizations and groupings. So neutralize, you know what neutralize means? Excuse me, I'm smoking some fire. You know what neutralize means? All this fails, we gotta kill that motherfucker. It's people, the groupings, destroy all the groups where they go to, kick in all the doors. Last resort type shit when you can't get us. So that's what happened to Fred Hampton. Shit, the Black Panthers. Remember, like this file came out in 1967. All right, now finish that. Okay, say. What did I read? Various groups. Okay. Now, I'm about to go to the cities where it say, because I know I just got done reading. I think I should read the last sentence before I go to it. Wait a minute. Like, did I read the last part? Implementation. Yeah, the purpose of it is counterintelligence endeavors to destroy. Okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. What I was doing was this. I was going over the last paragraph. Okay, now let's talk about the cities where they supposedly are afraid of us rising up in. Get ready. Write them down. Keep your catalog. Atlanta, Baltimore, what we call B-more, Boston, Massachusetts, Buffalo. I think that's Buffalo, New York, right? Charlotte, ain't that North Carolina? Chi-Town, Chicago, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, that's where I'm at. Jackson, where's Jackson at? Is that Mississippi? Los Angeles, we got Memphis, we got Newark. I think Newark is New Jersey. We got New Orleans. You can't say New Orleans, you gotta say North. North. New York, Philadelphia, Phoenix, Pittsburgh, go Steelers, Richmond, I think that's Virginia, St. Louis. You can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs. San Francisco, and the last is say Washington Field Office. What the fuck is the Washington Field Office? That's either in Seattle, like ain't Washington Seattle? Seattle, Washington, because like don't say Washington D.C. man, but I'm gonna just put both of them on that just in case. What up, dog? What's good? What's good? Thanks, we all made it to my destination. Awesome live. I will stay tuned in for the next. God bless. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Don't work too hard, because I know it's one of them days. They be trying to make us work. Like I feel like going home. All right, next page. We on the letter to the SAC in Albany, Counterintelligence Program, Black Nationalist Hate Groups. We on the next page. Here we go. To consolidate their forces or to recruit new or youthful adherents must be frustrated. No opportunity should be missed to exploit through counterintelligence techniques the organization and personal conflicts of the leaderships of the groups, and where possible, an effort should be made to capitalize upon existing conflicts between competing black nationalist organizations. When an opportunity is apparent to disrupt or neutralize a black nationalist hate type organization through the corporation of established local news media contacts or through such contact with sources available to the seat of government. In every instance, careful attention must be given to the proposal to ensure the targeted group is disrupted. Meaning they're gonna keep on calling the FBI, keep on calling the government, be like, yo, we need these niggas fucked with. Did they finally realize we're not the Coin Machine or Cointelpro? Right. Okay, where was that? God damn, it's a small ass phone. This okay, wait a minute. Where was that? Okay, local news media contacts through okay, feeds, get it to proposal. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they said make sure the target is disrupted, ridiculed, damn, disrupted and ridiculed. That means they want niggas in the street talking about us and shit like, you motherfucking niggers. Or discredited, again, like just like the first page, through the publicity and not merely publicized. Consideration should be given to techniques to preclude violence, prone or rabble rouser. Oh my God, you can tell this is sense. This motherfucker said rabble rouser. Rabble rouser leaders of hate groups from spreading their philosophy publicly or through various mass communication media. So that means, the shit we're doing right now online will be disrupted, aka shadow ban, aka block, deleted, and fucking demonetized. And this file came out in 1967, but we're seeing this shit still play out now. This is why I say Cointelpro is still active. They say many individuals currently active in black nationalist organizations. Say this motherfucker said many individuals are currently active. Okay, who was popping in the 60s, y'all? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Jesse Jackson. Let's go. Al Sharpton. Let's go. Let's go. Who else? you know, but many individuals currently active in the black nationalist organizations, but like really, most of them was cops. It's like when I read this, I'm thinking about what the Black Panthers is going through. I'm putting myself in their shoes. And nigga, they played this shit out motherfucking perfectly to a fucking T. All else failed. They was like, fuck it, we just gotta kill these motherfuckers. Nah, it was like it wasn't only just killing the leaders, they was kicking in those of lower ranking members. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. But okay, so many of them are currently active and have backgrounds of immortality. I mean, no, backgrounds of immorality, subversion, subversion activity, god damn, and criminal records. So, what I just read, it say many individuals currently, so like scratch out the motherfucking niggas I just said. These motherfuckers said we're recruiting criminals to put into your organization. So the niggas I said are in the higher tier, like the Bole. But to infiltrate your shit, they want criminals. They want like motherfuckers that they got immorality. Okay. Through your investigation of key agitators. Uh-oh. Investigation of key agitators, that means specific targets. Cut off the head, the snake dies. Through investigation of key agitators, you should endeavor to establish their unsavory backgrounds. Be alert to determine evidence of misappropriation of funds or other types of personal misconduct on the part of militant nationalist leaders. So any practical or warranted counterintelligence may be instituted. So get the nigga in. They expect you to talk a whole bunch of shit about the finances and a whole bunch of other activity. Basically, try to, like try to infiltrate and be friends and be all cool and shit and get all the info you can and bring it back. This is why I hate that movie, Jesus and the Black Messiah. I hate that fucking movie. I didn't watch it because like when I saw the title, I was like, all right, Black Panthers. It was talking about Fred Hampton. What up, though, Sean? Sean in the building. So yeah, let me say what up, though, everybody. What up, though, C-Dub? What up, though, C-Dub? Oh, yeah. What up, though, Sean? I'm reading from the files of the Cointelpro motherfucking pro. Shouts out to Ocean for sending me this shit. She sent me this whole fucking shit. So this might be like by like 2, maybe 3 videos worth of me reading. But y'all gotta know COINTELPRO still active. Let's say, do your investigation. Again, I'm gonna read this again. Do your investigation of key agitators. You should endeavor to establish their unsavory backgrounds, be alert to evidence of misappropriation of funds, other types of personal misconduct on the part of militant nationalist leaders. So any practical warranted counterintelligence program can be instituted. Intensified attention under this program should be afforded to the activation of such groups as the Student Nationalist Coordinating Committee, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, Revolutionary Action Movement, the Deacons of Defense and Justice, Congress of Racial Equality, and the Nation of Islam. Particularly, emphasis should be given to extremists who direct the activities and policies of revolutionary or militant groups such as Stokely Carmichael. I heard that before. And H. Rap Brown, Elijah Muhammad, and Maxwell Stanford. Okay, now these motherfuckers are saying names. It's like, yeah, watch these niggas. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They show you how they got down, yeah. They, definitely, they just forced closes by using L dog. What they did? God damn. Oh yeah. It's a real ass shit going on now. The Adjustment Bureau is working overtime, ain't they? The Adjustment Bureau got to fuck with 4 people into my chat. Like, really? If anything happens, if y'all hear some static and crazy sounds, just know y'all being fucked with. Because, like, we all got 5G phones and ain't no way in the fuck our shit supposed to be doing this shit. So, it was like high speed internet. Nigga, my phone is acting like my last phone. Like, the fuck out of here. Oh, yeah. As a reminder, your battery got 2.5, possible 3 years of battery life, courtesy of China. So if y'all don't want to upgrade, y'all might be forced to because of the battery that you have in your phone. And if you got an iPhone, you can't open up the back of that bitch. You're going to have to get a new one. For real, though. Now, at this time, the Bureau is setting up no requirement for status letters to be periodically submitted under this program. It will be incumbent under, it will be incumbent upon you to ensure the program is being afforded necessary or be afforded necessary and continuing attention, and that no opportunities will be overlooked for counterintelligence action. The program should not be confused with the program entitled Communist Party USA Counterintelligence Program. Well, there's a Communist Party counterintelligence program out there too. I just found that out. Thank you. Which is directed against the Communist Party and related organizations, or the program entitled Counterintelligence Program, Internal Security, Disruption of Hate Groups, which is directed against Klan and hate type groups, primarily consisting of white memberships. So that means like they infiltrating the KKK too. That's funny. All special agent personnel responsible for the investigation of Black nationalist hate type organizations and their membership should be alerted to our counterintelligence interact and investigate agent has a responsibility to call to the attention of the counterintelligence coordinator suggesting and possibilities for implementing the program. You are also cautioned that the nature of this new endeavor is such that under no circumstances should the existence of the program be made known outside the Bureau, and appropriate with their office security should be afforded to sensitive operations and techniques considered under the program. It's like, motherfucker, make sure this shit don't get out. But this shit got out, the motherfucking Black Panthers broke to the offices. Nigga. Yeah. You are urged to take an enthusiastic and imaginative approach to this new counterintelligence endeavor, and the Bureau will be pleased to entertain any suggestions or techniques you may recommend. So that means if a new agent got ideas, oh yo, this how I'm gonna infiltrate these motherfuckers. That sounds good. Go try it. That shit. The memorandum, just the next page. All right, say counterintelligence program, Black nationalist hate groups, internal security. Bureau Airtel to Albany dated 8/25/67. Just the next day. The following suggestions are presented for general consideration. I.RAM. This is the title of this shit. Okay. This division during the summer of 67 has had this opportunity to observe an attempt by an extremist Negro group to affect the peace of the city. Some of the steps taken against RAM. Okay. All right. Okay. RAM must be a group. Okay. RAM may be possible to use elsewhere under the current program. It is pointed out that in a fast moving series of situations, the police may have to play it by ear, which may reduce bureau control of the action taken. Actions herein set out were carried out by either the intelligence unit or the civil disobedience unit. Whoa. Of the Philadelphia PD, the largest role being played by CDU. In September 1966, redacted, we got like a whole bunch of, the papers where they have the black marker over the words. We're going through that right now. So, in September 1966, blank of Ram returned to his native city of Philly, that he was going to the underground to cool it and to throw off police attention. He settled in the heart of the Negro ghetto with his common law wife and 2 children. This tactic worked. The potent had forgotten and had no prior experience with or knowledge of RAM. The SA contacted the intelligence unit, secured spot check coverage of blank by Negro officers as personal favor after explaining RAM and blank position and to the police. God, I hate when they have the motherfucking black marker over the words. But next page, they say when the activity started with the appearance of the known Negro extremist native to Philly at the blank residence, a full-time surveillance by the police went into effect. Police police disrupts police disruptive action was also initiated. Cars stopping blank, residents were checked as to license numbers. When they left the residence area, they were subject to car stops by ununiformed police. God damn. The occupants were unidentified. The occupants were identified. They then became the target for harassment. As an example, the following case is cited. Now we got a whole sentence that's blank. He was located passing out RAM literature. Okay, yeah, passing out RAM literature at a local school. He was interrogated. He was arrested as a narcotic user on the basis of alleged needle marks. Really? He was fingerprinted and photographed. He was subsequently released by a magistrate. Any excuse for the arrest was promptly implemented by arrest, and possibility of neutralizing a RAM activist was exercised. So they just fucked with a nigga for no reason. They just like arrested a nigga for just passing out fire. Processed them so like we catch them again, we gonna really fuck you up. Okay. They still do that shit now. But like not to kill niggas. Next, we got Blank was arrested for defacing private property when he painted black guard on a private building. His companion was also arrested. A charge of carrying a concealed deadly weapon, a switchblade knife, was pushed against the companion. His probation officer was contacted, his parole revoked, and he was returned to prison for several years. When surveillance reflected the arrival of a new group in town, they were brought in for investigation and their residence searched. God damn. Certain addresses used by Blank as mall drops in Philly have been determined to be the addresses of known Negro extremists. When a young Negro was arrested for passing out rampant flyers and was charged with inciting to riot, these addresses appeared in the statements to the police. Search warrants were secured, which while the search of the first four only eliminated their use of mall drops, the fifth continued the RAM communist literature and a duplicate machine with a RAM leaflet on the plate. Three persons were arrested at this last address. Next, you say PH152371. Legal searches of the home of Blank and other RAM members produced a volume of literature of such nature that this district attorney authorized the arrest of the five other RAM members. They are still in prison. Other RAM people were arrested and released on bail, but were rearrested several times until they could no longer make bail. God damn. The above local actions appear for the present to have curtailed the activities of this group. It was it was apparently a highly frustrating experience for the persons involved. Now we got two blank sentences. Blank is advised that he was given under no like yeah no was given under arrest that his wife and sister were also under arrest. He laid down on the floor of his residence, beat the floor with his fist, and cried. Blank has been returned to New York to answer charges growing out of the Ram plot in the city to kill moderate civil rights leaders. Most of the Ram activists are still in jail in Philly at the time. The above action by local police units is is cited as an example of an effective disruptive counterintelligence technique. So just fucking people for no reason, locking them up as a technique, just like ruining a nigga life. Okay. In other cities where close police cooperation exists, it may be possible to suggest similar operations and to supply the police officers interest in such a violence-prone organization, not only information considering it, but ideas related to its vital or weak sections and profitable points of attack. And there's a whole fucking paragraph redacted. Like, I can't even fucking read that. The whole fucking thing is blank. Next page is a whole nother blank paragraph. And it's a future actions planned by Philly. All right, we got like one, pursuant to Bureau no, it's a pursuant to Bureau instruction. This office will commence interviewing RAM members. About a dozen are presently incarcerated in Philly, and these will be the first interview. Philadelphia is presently reviewing and analyzing a list of names and addresses compiled from three private address books taken from blank at the times of his three arrests since he returned to Philly. Selective interviews will be made by the analysis led to other counterintelligence suggestions. We got blank, and most ramp activists in Philly appear to be in prison. Philadelphia will have to evaluate the situation more fully to determine the extent of vitality remaining in RAM in this area before it will be in a position to advance further suggestions under the program. So basically, this part was just they got a program of just like locking niggas up. that's that's just like like one part. That's just a disruption. Like that ain't even the infiltration part. That's just nigga. All right, we see you on the corner and you preach a revolution, we're locking your dumb ass up. Or gang stalking, basically. Yeah, man, this shit fucking crazy. This shit is fucking crazy, bro. All right, this is the next page. Okay, the New York Times, August 8th. August 23rd, 1967, contained an article which gave information concerning $15,000 bail money raised for H. Rap Brown for his release on August 22nd, 1967. It was in the form of a certified check made out to William K. Kunstler, the attorney for Brown, by Robert Langston of 320 W 87th Street, West 87th Street. Langston was identified as executive secretary of the Alexander Defense Committee, H73 Broadway. This committee was named for Dr. Neville Alexander, a South African Negro scholar who fights South Africa's policy of apartheid racial separation. Now we got a whole fucking paragraph blank. Now we got to go down to the next page. There's a lot of shit blank. There's a lot of shit redacted. All right. For the above, it appears that there is no counterintelligence potential in this situation, as the Bureau is aware that Brown is in New York. His activities are followed closely. God damn. New York will remain alert to counterintelligence possibilities, and in the event a feasible counterintelligence move is possible, the Bureau will be advised. Meaning, if they get word of your ass coming into a motherfucking city or town, they're watching you closely. And if you do anything remotely revolutionary, they're gonna be on your ass. But they already watching. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, yo, they keep you out on hurricane. This nigga talking that shit, but the moment he do something, they ain't even gonna know when I drop the hammer. That's how cold I am. They ain't even gonna know when I drop the hammer. They gonna have their ears to the phones. I know they got their ears to the phones, and I know they bored as shit fucking with me. It's like, man, this nigga ain't playing. He making some good music though. That's one thing they can say. The niggas sit behind their computers and shit, watching my ass. I'm like, man, he told me some good music. You know what'd be funny? If them bitch ass niggas that's watching me, like one of those motherfuckers wake up and be like, man, hurricane is right. So what you doing, Billy? I quit. Like, why? Man, this is wrong. Man, you better sit down in that seat for your ass get clipped. This is the counterintelligence program, nigga. You leave this bitch, you only leave in the body bag. You can't tell nobody what we do. But they already know, man. This nigga got a song called Cointelpro, man. So They think he crazy. Sit your ass down and get back behind that computer and watch this thing. But let's get to this other page. Um, say Communist Party USA Cointelpro. Okay, this is the Communist Party Consular Intelligence Program paper right here. Okay, that's yeah, and but it also got Black Nationalist Hate Group like on it, but they put it in ink pen. They were like, "Yo, this gonna be part of that shit too." But it's a purpose. Attached is a copy of the pamphlet "A Time of Challenge," which was prepared as a counterintelligence tactic to oppose the influence of extremists of the right and lofty riots and civil disorders. Also attached for approval is a letter to the 26 field offices, 26 field offices where there has been racial unrest to alert them to the availability of this pamphlet. Background. My memorandum, 72567, approved by the director, authorized us to assist the Catholic war veterans on a confidential basis in preparing the cover and format of the pamphlet, A Time of Challenge. The pamphlet consists of public statements by the director, retired Supreme Court Justice Whitaker, and John Cardinal Crowell, Archbishop of Philadelphia, discrediting extremist organizations and civil disobedience. The pamphlet also contains an article by Dennis K. Higgins of the Philadelphia Inquirer, which accurately dissects organizations leading to civil disobedience. So they putting out propaganda to discredit people. Our Philadelphia offices, through discreet contact with the national commander of the Catholic war veterans, was arranged for this pamphlet to be printed in quantity under the sponsorship of the Veterans Organization. The Catholic War Veterans intended to give the pamphlet widespread circulation throughout the country and has volunteered to mail the pamphlet at its own expense to any organization or individual specified by the FBI. Now, we're going to stop right there. We're going to do a part two to this. What page I'm on? Which page is this? All right, that's page 13. Oh, goddamn. We got to go to page 14, nigga. We're not about to end on 13. Fuck the bullshit. We got to go to page 14. We ain't about to do no 13. Next page. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, 13 was the page I stopped on. We're going to have to read this and read 14. I'm not about to end on this. Let's get this shot to fucking number 13 is it. Okay, next page. Okay, say my memorandum, 72567, authorized unanimous confidential dissemination of this pamphlet through established sources to expose and discredit organizations involved in civil disobedience. Attached for approval is the letter to the. Wait a minute. Is it the same shit? Wait a second. Don't tell me that's the same letter I read the last time. Nope, it ain't. All right. It's just the same beginning. It's just the same beginning. Never mind. Okay, cool. I'm about to say, what the fuck? I know I just read this shit. Okay, yeah. Let me make sure. Got you. Yeah, say in the past, through discreet cooperation with the Catholic War veterans, we arranged for the preparation and widespread circulation of the pamphlet exposing the communist-controlled youth group, the W.H.B. Du Bois Cubs of America. Damn, y'all fucking with my man's in school. But like I heard he was on some other shit too. But that's a whole other story. At that time, the Crime Records Division was successful in having an announcement regarding the pamphlet exposing the Du Bois clubs and inserted in a column by Walter Winchell, which greatly facilitated broad circulation of the pamphlet. We should again endeavor to publicize the current pamphlet through our news media contacts. Additional copies of the current pamphlet may be contained for seat of government use for the release to established sources on the confidential basis from the Internal Security section of the Domestic Intelligence Division. God damn, there is so many motherfucking agents. Recommendations. It is recommended that the attachment letter to the 26 field offices where they have been instances of civil disobedience and prove to alert these officers to the availability of the current pamphlet. It is also recommended that the memorandum be routed to the Crime Records Division so that the availability of this pamphlet through the Catholics Way veterans in the Massachusetts Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C., zip code 20,001. May be referred by publication through appropriate news media sources. Okay, now we on page 14. Enclosed for each recipient office, excluding, wait, they say excluding, okay, yeah, excluding Philadelphia, is one copy of the pamphlet entitled The Time of Challenge, published by the Catholic War Veterans, which discredits civil disobedience and exposes extremist elements, both of the left and right, who have endeavored to apartheid acts of civil disobedience and have capitalized upon racial unrest. For your confidential information, the forest and cover of this pamphlet were prepared by the Bureau, and arrangements were made for its preparation by the Philadelphia office to establish contact with the Catholic war veterans. So, enclosure: Atlanta, Baltimore, Boston, Buffalo, Charlotte, Chicago, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, Jackson, Los Angeles, Memphis, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Newark, New Orleans, New York, Philadelphia, Phoenix, Pittsburgh, go Steelers, Richmond, St. Louis, San Francisco, aka San Fierro from San Andreas, Seattle, and WFO. I think that's Washington. Say the Washington Field Office, WFO, Washington Field Office. And the last shit, it just have a number, 100-448-0006. That's a fucking black site. That's a fucking black site. What the fuck that's at? But with this saying, because we're gonna end it right here. What this saying is we're gonna send our propaganda to these cities. And these field officers in these cities gonna get a hold of this and they're gonna start infiltrating our organizations. And or just or just stop people from being on the street doing their protest and shit. But it was also fucking with niggas that don't have nothing to do with no revolutionary with no revolutionary shit. They were just infiltrating niggas just to infiltrate niggas. Like, sir, like, only thing they're doing is just going to church and eating. You better watch those niggas. Them niggas doing something in that basement. They ain't doing shit but praying, sir. Can I go to another office? It's like, oh, you gonna stay there, watch those niggas. One of those niggas in there is a revolutionary. They don't give a fuck, man. Nigga, it was like stop all power where motherfucking like where it starts. Cut off the head, the snake dies. Cut off the motherfucking head, the snake dies. But like when we come back, we're gonna be on page 15. So Yeah, so that's Cointelpro profile. We're like to some of them so far, they said like this is how we're gonna infiltrate. You know, we're gonna discredit, disrupt, we're gonna misdirect, you know, and if that don't work, we just neutralize, we kill them, So, like this is because I love reading the part. It's like you gotta make sure this file do not get out. Like, nigga, this is crucial. Shouts out to the Panthers that broke into those offices, nigga, to get this shit, man. Shouts out to them. Those niggas put their lives on the line, nigga. Oh man. See, like I only went over a couple parts of the file. Like I never had the whole file. Like it was always in clips when I seen it, or like when I had like little snippets and fucking clips back in my old phones. God, I miss my miss my old phones. But like I was trying to keep all the notes I could on it. And listening to Professor Griff talk about it, like also helped me. Or also, shouts out to Professor Griff Public Enemy. Make sure y'all subscribe to Professor Griff channels. It's called Serious Minds. Serious Mind. Or this type of Professor Griff and that shit should pop up. But yeah, he opened my eyes up to that motherfucking Disney shit. This nigga showed me, like he was doing a lecture, right? And like he was showing some shit on the projector of a motherfucker drawing a pelvic region, but he turned the pelvic region into a fucking cartoon. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And they just like kept on showing clips of them drawing many different pelvic regions and creating cartoons. This shit was sick. This is what they think in their head. This is how they make their shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you look at the Lion King, if you got the Lion King post, oh my God, that shit fucked me up. It's a naked lady on the cover of the original cartoon Lion King. Just go look it up. Shit fucking blew my mind when I saw that shit. A lot of crazy shit that they just like throw in these Disney movies. Now they want y'all kids to be fruitcakes now. Oh yeah, don't go see that new movie Strange World. Don't go take your kids to go see that shit. Do not do that shit. The movie is about a 16-year-old fruit and the daddy. He's let's just say he cares. He's on some Dwayne Wade shit. I approve of my son being a fruit to the point where he embarrasses his son and shit. You know how the parents be the kids, like when they happy that they, found a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but like this case is so fucking cringeworthy. $180 million movie, the motherfuckers only made 19,000. They should turn that bitch into a Starbucks. Yeah, what's that? Oh yeah, Strange World is a new Disney movie that just came out, where it's about a 16-year-old fruit. Oh yeah, and not only they promoting the fruitcake agenda, they also talking about climate change. So not only you're taking your kids to see some propaganda, you're taking your kids to see some propaganda and some fruitcake. Don't go see that. Well, I recommend you to take your kids to go see, if y'all got any children, take them to go see Puss in Boots, nigga. Puss in Boots. All right? Puss in Boots. They go to box. As soon as I started talking about them fruitcakes, the fucking box rolled in, blocked the shit out their ass. 18 cents XYZ. These movies are surprising them. Hell no, I sure ain't. But what I like about Puss in Boots, when I saw the Puss in Boots trailer, y'all know who Puss in Boots is. You know the motherfucking crazy cat from the Shrek movies, the one that's always going in the battles and shit, whooping ass. This motherfucking movie, he's on his last life. You feel me? So like, you gotta feel where he's coming from. He's on his last life. His last life. Because he got 9 lives. Now he's on his last life. You gotta put the sword up. You gotta put the hat up. And the moment you do that, guess what happens? Some real great, crazy, chaotic shit happens. So now he got to pick back up that sword. and risk his life, but he wasted his life. Like this is why I want to see it, because like he wasted his most of his life doing dangerous, miraculous, crazy shit. Now that you're on your last life, you care about your mentality now. You care about your mortality. So like seeing this character development happen is gonna be fucking awesome. I know this is a kid movie, but at least this is not gonna have no gay agenda, no propaganda. It's just gonna be a story about a motherfucker. Like it reminds me of Doctor Who. It's like Doctor Who, he he died and he come back to life, but he only got a certain amount of regeneration. So when it get down to that last life, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be careful to not die because you might not come back. You're not gonna come back next time. You know what I'm saying? So like just to see how like Puss in Boots get his courage back or like get his drive back is gonna be motherfucking awesome. And plus like that's my favorite character since part three. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm a motherfucking Shrek fan. I'm not a big Shrek fan, but like when I was watching it with my little brother back in the day when it first came out, and my brother wanted me to watch it with him, and it was pretty cool. I was like, all right, I fucks with it. Like Eddie Murphy is the donkey and shit. Motherfucking Austin Powers is Shrek. So like both of my favorite guys was in it at the time. So I was like, bet it up. And plus, what I liked about it was like they put a different spin on the fairy tale characters. Like these niggas got attitudes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit, this shit is fucking funny. You know, and then Shrek 2 was all right. It was better than the first one. But like part three, like I took my girl to go see the part three and shit. We all loved it. Came out that bitch laughing and shit. That shit was nice. And then I ain't see the fourth Shrek, but I'll probably watch it like before I go see the Puss in Boots movie. What I was gonna do was like I was gonna see. I was gonna take my one of my older milfs, see if her daughter want to go see it, so I take her and her daughter to go see it. But like she gonna be thinking that, oh, this nigga care about my kid. No, bitch. I want to see this movie, y'all. I just don't want to take you because I don't want you to be like, nigga, we gotta go see a fucking kid movie. No, girl, bring your kid. You gotta play that shit off smooth. I don't want to see Puss in Boots, bitch. I'm gonna be the nigga jumping out my seat. I'm gonna be the nigga jumping out my seat. Nigga, they'll be looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm gonna be coming out that bitch like Antonio Banderas, nigga, like, Antonio Banderas, dog. Nigga, nigga, y'all remember Desperado? Y'all remember that movie Desperado, bro? Antonio Banderas, nigga. El Mariachi. Y'all remember Once Upon a Time in Mexico, nigga? That's the nigga playing Puss in Boots. I'm gonna be in that movie theater clowning, nigga. But damn, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to come on pocket 100 this time. Shit. Nigga, it's not the movie that gets you. It's not the movie that rips your pockets. It's the motherfucking concessions. Especially the movie I went to. I went to a movie show on in the Burbs. I went to Royal Oak, like a 12 mile. And shit. Nice spot though. Motherfucker got a game room in that bitch. Got a fucking gourmet pizzas and that shit. Like what? I came out my pocket $66 and some change. Plus the 20 I put in her tank. It was like $86. Girl, you had a $40 spending. Nigga. You lucky I wanted to do this shit. This should have been a house date. Like real shit. I could have just gave her $40. I could have gone on my motherfucking business. Got me some hair real quick and got the fuck on. But I'm gonna go see that movie. That shit gonna be nice. But the movie that I recommend y'all to watch, I want y'all to go see that motherfucking Menu. That bitch is genius. Brilliant. Pussy Boots was the best character in this shit. He was beating everybody up small as fuck. I know, right? That's my nigga. And plus he's funny while he's doing it. He's like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I know how the bad guys feel. It's like, nigga, I'm a big beefy ass motherfucker getting my ass beat by some skinny ass teenager. I know how y'all niggas feel. Nigga, Spider-Man whooping everybody in. They coming to find out, nigga, Spider-Man is pulling back his punches. You know, Spider-Man can knock a nigga head off if he wanted to. That nigga hold back to a highest degree, to his highest degree, bro. Would be happy a nigga not getting their shit pushed in when they got a motherfucking eat through a straw. Nigga, Spider-Man holds his punches. I'm like, damn, nigga, really, nigga? But I looked up his stats, I was like, God damn. Then, then there was a comic book with Spider-Man. Doc Ock took his motherfucking body and shit. And like Doc Ock was calling himself the Superior Spider. That's one of the coldest books I ever read. I'm talking about nigga when Doc Ock became Spider. They took the nigga body and his consciousness and shit like that. You know, that consciousness transfer shit. Nigga, he was Spider-Man for a minute, but he punched the motherfucking enemy that Spider-Man usually fight. This nigga had to stop and look at his hand. He was like, nigga, you was holding back this whole time, Peter. You motherfucker. I'm like, yes, they go by the stats. That's my shit. Shouts out to the comic books that give a fuck about the lore. And nowadays they just making everything go all crazy and shit. But in conclusion, I was going over the Cointelpro files. You know, don't know what Cointelpro is? Look it up. Listen to Professor Griff. Oh, you ain't know about that? Yeah, man, that shit was deep. Yeah, they like read that book. Like read the Superior Spider-Man. Doc Ock was Spider-Man for a minute. Yep, he even ran into Spider-Man 2099. And like 2099 figured it out. They was like, man, nigga, Peter Parker don't act like that. And then like by the end of the series, Doc Ock gave Peter his body back, you know, because like he realized, nigga, I can't be a fucking hero. I can't be you, dog. You are a better man than me, Peter, bro. You can have your body back. Yep, yep. When you go look it up, go to Comic Storian. Comic Storian, he reads it to you. It's like an audio, you know, like he gets to the action and everything. I love listening to Comic Storian. Or you could go to Comics Explain. It's a black guy, and you know, like I'm talking about, like Comic Storian goes to Comics Explain to get info to do the show. You know what I'm saying? Like they both fuck with each other. Like Comics Explain gets more in depth with what's going on. Comic Storian is just giving to you the audio drama with his motherfucking voiceovers and shit. You know, I love when you motherfucker do the Batman shit. That's my favorite shit. But Superior Spider, definitely check it out. Great book, great fucking book. But yeah, we'll talk about the Cointel profiles, getting off into the motherfuckers be infiltrating, how they fucking us up. In this case, they using their bots and their agents on social media to block, delete, demonetize. This is part of the program. COINTELPRO is still active on all levels because even in that, like, they was fucking with churches. I'm like, they were fucking with churches. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I realized the church must not have been funded by the government. You a black owned church. You get it out your own pocket. I'm watching your ass. Y'all having a revolutionary meeting. Y'all remember that movie They Live? Where was the headquarters at? Inside the what? Church. What did they do? They kicked in that bitch and started shooting everybody in that bitch. I'm like, nigga, this is supposed to be holy ground. Why is y'all shooting guns in church? You know what I'm saying? They give a fuck about all that. Because they got is y'all to Bayoff and Moloch and Baal and Beelzebub and Baphomet and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that I'm gonna slice heads off when I see them. For I am the God of wind, storms, and fire. I am the wrath of the ancestors. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. R.I.P. to Kevin Conroy, the definitive Batman, the real nigga. Childhood. That motherfucker was the shit. And RP to Jason David Frank, aka the Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red Zero Ranger, Red Turbo Ranger, Black Dino Ranger. Shut up. We lost some good ones this year, man. I'm real heated about that one. Them niggas ain't have to go. like real shit. Like especially Jason David Frank, though the shit don't make no fucking sense. The fucking shit don't make no fucking sense. But I already did a video on it with the update. Like I hope, God, man, they gonna throw that shit under the rug like they did Chris Benoit. I'm mad at that shit. Nigga, like you're at the top of your game. You about to do a pay-per-view, about to defend your title, and you don't show up. Did we hear that you deleted your family and yourself? You in your prime, bro. And they want to blame it on the motherfucking steroids, but then the fucking on the fucking toxicology report, he ain't had none of that shit in the system. What the fuck? Like, dog, it's like a whole bunch of fucking crazy shit with the Benoit case. I forgot old girl name, but she covered like a whole year's worth of content. It was like every time she posted on something on Chris Benoit, I was always there to watch it. And the videos be long as shit, but like she's doing what I'm doing. You like reading the fucking files and reports that she went to go find. You know, all public record. Hell yeah, Tommy and Trini gone. They got rid of Trini on the car accident side of the game. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit was wrong. But by that time, like she already left. Yo, Cointelpro, bro. Yeah, bro. I just got done reading like I think like 15 pages worth of files. I'm gonna do a part two of it. I'm gonna do a part two probably tomorrow, maybe tonight. I'm not sure because I gotta work on a couple songs. I mean, I gotta drop these songs. I'm already done with them. I just gotta go over and drop them. And I just wanted to get this out the way. I was supposed to do the music first, but like sometimes to get this out the way because I figured like if I would do the music, like, I was gonna forget about this. Cause like once I like get in the zone with the music and I'm done, I like to kick back and relax. So I was like, fuck it, let me drop the Cointelpro files, read from the files a little bit, and then I'll do a part two, like after I drop the music. So that being said, we about to bang my Cointelpro song one more time, and then we gonna get up out of here. Where my song at? Where my song at? Where my song at? Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna come back with a part two. Yep, if y'all just coming in, just go to the beginning. Just catch the playback. I read like the first 15 pages of the Cointelpro files, and I'm gonna come back to it. Shouts out to Ocean Dweller for giving me these files. Subscribe to her channel, Ocean Imago. But we about to get off into this track before we head up out of here. Do you know I'm Cointelpro? You better look it up, nigga. Hey, do you know about Cointelpro? You better look it up. Hey, I was born a legend. Came out with a sword, that's the holy weapon, not the Bible. The worries on the rifles, the praise on the stories on the cycles, calling on disciples, come to take down on the Bibles. The government's alone with their titles. I be going tribal, trying to go back to my roots. Assassin's Creed jumping on my roof. Look, gotta keep it real, bro. In a primal state like a gorilla, yo. Take out your enemies with no remorse. First, know your enemy, that's the art of war. Psychological warfare is on the rise. Pathological lies, you hear it all the time. Fuck the president, the world is a sheep and your residents, family and friends, and even reverence. Fuck the bullshit. All I know is snakes in the pulpit. I want to move the fans on some bullshit. Change the fucking channel. The world is a stage and a scandal. I'm about to turn it all into scandals. They are reconstructed. Bring hip hop to the summit. All fake rappers got a plummet. Hurricane bitch. Just slammed up to the fucking government. Suck. Woo! Do you know about about Cointelpro. Blast at the government, nigga. Oh, do you know about Cointelpro? Blast at the government, nigga. You ready? Look, don't get me started on this pandemic. Y'all sheeps and lab rats be ass kissing. Mad spitting, I'm mad listen. You lab chickens, come and get this ass kicking. I'm mad dishes. Mad wicked like warlocks and mad witches. Y'all feel the magic when I write lyrics. Y'all think I don't know about Cointelpro? So go and tell the fans I'm only tell hope. Black Messiah, birth from the wing of a phoenix. Chop your head off and kick it the beans. Fuck you low vibration, no energy demons. I'm street sweeping to the spirit world. Nigga be living my heaven on earth. That's the number one plan. But the first thing I gotta do is take out the man. But as long men exist, they be born in the land. Fuck a prison planet, bitch. I don't understand. What I do understand that this land is mine. Gotta take back this bitch one house at a time. Like Code 45, it was every time. Revolution on my mind, see the flame in my eyes. While you up bad boys that are run for your life. I'm the hunter. Y'all need to hunt it tonight. Like Metal Gear Solid, man, I'm quick with the knife. I'm slicker than night. Fuck the base, get in this fight. Woo! Do you know about Cointelpro? It's on the blast of the government, nigga. Do you know about Cointelpro? It's on the blast of the government, nigga. Do you know about Cointelpro? When you stop the Black Messiah. Do you know about Cointelpro? You can't stop this Black fire. Do you know about Cointelpro? It's on the blast of the government, nigga. Let's go. Do you know about Cointelpro? Y'all better look it up, nigga. That's what's up. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Shouts out Ammo. Shouts out Warrior. Shouts out D Allen. Shouts out Sean. You know. Shouts out so Ammo. Shouts out to everybody coming through. I'm gonna come back with a part 2 to read some more of the Cointelpro files. I'm about to drop these tracks, upload these tracks to YouTube. I'll catch y'all in a hot minute. I'll be back. I might be dropping 2 tracks. Holla.